There's a strange and familiar feeling that sometimes washes over us. It's the sense that we are characters in a story we don't remember writing. We're walking along a path, trying to do the right thing, trying to get to where we're supposed to be, but the woods around us feel deep and unknown, and we have this quiet, nagging feeling that we're not entirely alone, that something is watching from between the trees. These feelings aren't just flights of fancy. They are echoes of the oldest stories we have, stories we were told as children that we thought were just simple tales of caution. But what if they were never just for children? What if they are actually maps left for us by countless generations to help us navigate the deep forest of our own lives? Carl Jung believed this deeply. He saw that fairy tales are like dreams of an entire culture. They hold the secret blueprints of the human soul and the timeless journey we are all on. They show us, in simple, symbolic language, the challenges we will inevitably face, the dangers we will meet, and the incredible strength we hold within us to find our way through. Let's walk together into one of the most famous of these maps, the story of Little Red Riding Hood. You know how it begins. A young girl, a symbol of our own innocence and good intentions, is sent on a mission. Her mother, representing the wisdom of our upbringing, gives her a task and a clear warning: go straight to your grandmother's house and do not stray from the path. How many of us have started a new chapter of life with this same feeling? We have a clear goal, a well-lit path laid out before us. It's the path of convention, of safety, of doing what we are told is right. And for a while, it feels good. It feels simple. But the path, as it always does, leads through the woods. The woods in these stories are never just trees. The woods are a symbol for the great, mysterious, and untamed part of life and of ourselves. It's the unconscious. It's the unknown. It's where our deepest fears and our greatest treasures are hidden. And it's where we meet the wolf. Now, this is the most important part of the story for so many of us on our journey. The wolf does not appear as a monster. He doesn't snarl and attack. He appears as a friend. He is charming, intelligent, and curious. He speaks to her, asks her questions, and makes her doubt her simple mission. He points out the beautiful flowers just off the path. He makes straying seem not like a danger, but like a wonderful, exciting idea. And isn't this exactly how the wolves in our own lives appear? The destructive habit, the toxic relationship, the self-sabotaging thought pattern, they rarely announce themselves as dangers. They arrive disguised as a shortcut to happiness, as relief from boredom or an exciting new adventure. They flatter us, they charm us, and they persuade us, little by little, to leave the path of our own well-being. Jung would call this an encounter with the shadow. The shadow isn't something evil, it is the powerful, wild, and unacknowledged part of ourselves. It can also represent the predatory energies we meet in the world, people or situations that seek to use our innocence for their own ends. When we are unconscious of our own shadow, we are incredibly vulnerable to the wolves of the world.
We don't see the danger because we don't recognize the energy. Distracted by the flowers, by the wolf's charming words, Red Riding Hood dallies. And in that time, the wolf runs ahead and swallows the grandmother. This is so profound. The grandmother represents our innate wisdom, our intuition, our connection to the wise old soul within us. When we are distracted by superficial things and led astray by charming dangers, our inner wisdom is the first thing to be devoured. Our intuition gets clouded, our connection to our deep self is lost, and we find ourselves standing at the door, knocking, not realizing the danger is now inside, wearing a disguise. We all know the terrifying dialogue that comes next. "Oh, grandmother, what big ears you have! What big eyes you have! What big teeth you have!" This is the slow, dawning realization of betrayal. It is that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach when the mask finally slips. It's the moment you look at a situation, a relationship, or even your own behavior, and you see it for the destructive thing it truly is. You realize you are in the presence of something that means to consume you. It seems like the end, but it is not, because then the huntsman arrives. The huntsman is not just some random hero who happens to be passing by. He is a symbol of another part of you. He is your own awareness, your courage, the conscious, strong, and discerning part of you that finally sees the truth and decides to act. He is the part of you that hears the commotion from inside the house of your life and says, "Something is not right here." He is the part of you that has the strength to cut open the belly of the beast, and from that darkness, Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother are reborn. This is not a return to how things were. It is a transformation. She is no longer the naive girl who started the journey. She has been inside the shadow. She has faced the terrifying darkness, and she has emerged. She now carries a wisdom that cannot be learned from staying on the path. She learned it by surviving the forest. This is the secret hope hidden in every fairy tale and in every struggle in your own life. When you feel lost in the woods, when you feel you've been tricked by a wolf, when you feel like your own inner wisdom has been swallowed whole, you are not failing. You are in the middle of your own sacred story. It is the journey of becoming whole. The story teaches us that true wisdom isn't about never leaving the path. It's about developing the inner huntsman, the courage and awareness to rescue yourself when you do. It's about learning to recognize the wolf's charming voice and trusting the quiet voice of the grandmother within. So look at your own life. Where are the woods? Where are the wolves? And most importantly, where is your huntsman? He is there. That courage is there. That wisdom is waiting. You are the hero of your own story, and you have everything you need to find your way through. What fairy tale has always spoken to you on a deeper level, perhaps without you even knowing why? I would be so honored to hear about it in the comments below. Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. Remember to listen to the quiet wisdom within you. It is your truest guide. May your own story unfold with courage and grace. Until we meet again.